Hello, so welcome to the next episode of Steel City Sofa. My name's Anne and we're here today with Annalisa Toccara, who's a very busy lady. You tell us a little bit about what you're involved with.
So I'm the founder of Our Mel, which is a social enterprise in Sheffield, and I also run a festival for Black History Month. I'm a master's student at the University of Sheffield and I'm a freelance marketer.
Enough going on there. So can you tell me a little bit about how you got involved with Our Mel and Melanin Fest and how you sort of brought all these events about, really?
Yeah, so Melanin Fest started, we launched in 2017, but we actually started in November 2016. So I was one of the organisers of the Black Lives Matter Sheffield March and Rally, which happened in July 2016. And after we had almost 1,000 people, and obviously it was in solidarity with the deaths of Black lives in America. And afterwards I was contacted on Facebook by a woman who was like, I want to do Black women's meet-up sessions in Sheffield. And I was like, that sounds great. So we met up, and initially we weren't too keen on each other, and then we had another, we met up again, and actually we realised both our, what we wanted to do was very similar. She wanted to do so the Black Women's Meetup sessions. I wanted to do events for Black History Month. So she had the idea of a festival, so we just put the two and two together and created Melanin Fest. But we called the social enterprise Our Mel, which is obviously because we wanted to keep the Yorkshire slang. And Mel is obviously short for melanin. We've all got melanin inside of us. So yeah, that was kind of the idea behind it. So we started contacting organisations, and we had such a lot of interest from various people, but then we also had organisations who were like, come back when you have a plan, because I was literally emailing people going, so we've got an idea for something, we don't really know what we want to do, but we just know we want to do a festival. So yeah, and then we launched our website in June or July 2017. And then Melanin Fest happened in October. So we had our first year we had 43 events that we did in Sheffield, and then we did a smaller festival in London. We had 5 events down there. In total we had 1,200, 1,300 people who came for the first year, and we had 43 events. We worked with over 40 organisations. Then in our second year we did a lot of smaller events for quality reasons. So we had about 12 events in Sheffield. We did 5 events in Leeds. We launched a small festival in Leeds. We worked with ITV and Yorkshire Water in Leeds. And then we took over Leeds Industrial Museum and filled that with a family fun day. And then in Sheffield we had a seminar, we had like a women's event. So we did quite a few different things in Sheffield. So that's Melanin Fest.
Oh my goodness. So we sort of discussed how Sheffield is a festival city, and how we want to try and add diversify the festivals that we have here. So talk a little bit about how you sort of decide that this is what you want to bring to Sheffield.
Yeah, so for me, a lot of my motivation for it was because there's a lack of sort of events, cultural events for people of colour, black people in Sheffield, and I've lived here for 9 years, and there's just nothing here. And so when Gabs approached me, I was like, that's a great idea, let's do it. And we didn't realise that what we were actually doing at the time was making history in Sheffield, and for us it was a bit of fun. but it was a bit of fun that kind of created waves and created Melanin Fest. And so I used to commute to work. I used to work in Doncaster, and I'd commute to work, and every day I'd pass the down by the train station there's a pink board, and it's got City of Festivals and all the different festivals in Sheffield. And I used to pass that every day, and I'd see the spot for October, and I'd be like, that's where Melanin Fest should be. But then I'd look through those festivals, and I'm like, there's not a festival on that board, apart from, say, maybe Migration Matters, that is really for people of colour, celebrates people of colour, and black people. And so for me it was really important that, and there wasn't anything for Black History Month, which for me that's an issue. Black History Month is a national and international recognised month, and Sheffield doesn't really do much for Black History Month. There are events that happen, And this is something that we said quite a lot, was that there are events that happen, different organisations do events, but unless you're part of that group, you don't necessarily hear about those events. And so what we wanted to do was basically put our own events on, but then also create sort of a place where, or a festival where all the events that happen throughout October can fall Blackish Month, can obviously be promoted and collaborate up, because that's the whole point at the end of the day. It's not our festival, it's for everybody in Sheffield. So that's kind of where the idea of Melanin Fest came from.
And what would you like to see for the future of Our Mel and Melanin Fest?
Well, so Our Mel, well, to be honest, I want my own centre, I want my own space so I can run activities throughout. So that's kind of the future for Our Mel. Melanin Fest, I want to grow it. I want it to be as big as like all the other big festivals in Sheffield. Like I look at, for instance, like Festival of Debate, Migration Matters, Sheffield Duck Fest. I think it would be really cool if Melanin Fest could like be on the same levels as them. So I think for me, it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like looking up to those festivals, but then also realising actually Melanin Fest can be on that same level as all the others. And what I like about all the festivals in Sheffield is that we all like encourage each other, and I mean we've had events that are in sort of Festival of Debate, we've had you know, and it's kind of nice that I know all the other people who run those events, so it's like we all push each other in. It's a really nice community feel, yeah.
And finally, I suppose that for all this to happen and for Melanin Fest to become one of those big festivals, do you need sort of funding for it? You need to...
Yeah, so we are not funded. We've had sort of a few grants from various organisations who have supported us, but as on a whole, Melanin Fest, Our Mel isn't funded. So for me this year, I'm like, right, I need funding to run Melanin Fest this year. So yeah, I'm on the hunt for fun.
So if you need somebody to speak to about Melanin Fest, Annalisa is your girl. So yes, that's the end of today's Still Sisters Over. Thank you for watching.